Where are my hands?
You need like a power glove, don't you?
Where the fuck are my hands?
They're here, man.
What's up guys, Mike here from Things We Play with another episode of Extra Credits, this time taking a look at the Oculus Rift. Now, what is the Oculus Rift? It's a 3D VR headset with head tracking and a whole bunch of other Lawnmower Man style nonsense that somehow makes playing games on the PC extra immersive and super nauseating. Now, these aren't available to the general public just yet, but Shaun, Joe and myself managed to get our hands on a dev kit and fool around with some of the tech demos that are currently available for the device. Now, we'll say straight off the bat that this thing is very cool. Just putting it on makes you feel like a badass in the first place, kind of Sam Fisher meets Tron. But also just using it, the software is great, and it really is kind of a different experience to be looking around a virtual environment with your head. There are some weird things that obviously happen with it. You can't see your own limbs. I find that a little bit disorientating. But also just moving around when you're not actually physically moving can be really, really strange. We did play some of the cool tech demos that are out there though. We played Rift Coaster, which was an Unreal Engine demo. Kind of looked like a massive roller coaster had just been plonked down in the centre of Epic Citadel. But it was very cool, and it certainly got across that sensation of speed and that feeling of being on a roller coaster, including that sort of sickness you get when you maybe look over the edge at the castle down below, or the inexplicable jump that turned up at the very end. It was awesome stuff. So then we played Alone in the Rift, which was a horror game. Joe played this with me at the controls just to make it a little bit more scary, and it was kind of like Slender. It was very basic, but had some real sort of good scares caused by the atmosphere that it created. After that, we moved on to Rift Racer, which was a basic sort of racing game, or cone crashing simulator if we're perfectly fair. We also tried out a jetpack simulator, which allowed you to sort of float around an area with some skyscrapers, kind of pilot wings like, just to sort of navigate 3D space, which was alright. And yeah, it was good stuff. It all worked really well. There are games out there already that support this device, Team Fortress 2, Minecraft to name a couple, but we were just trying out the tech demos because we really wanted to just get a good idea of what it was capable of. One thing I will say though is that I found it incredibly nauseating. In fact, after using it for about 5 minutes, I felt so car sick that I had to take it off, and that feeling stayed with me for a good hour, maybe an hour and a half after using it. So unless you've got a really strong stomach, I honestly can't imagine anyone using this for longer than a couple of minutes at a time. We'll be talking about this a lot more on next week's episode of the podcast, so be sure to check back in with us for that. You'll be able to hear about Joe and Shaun's individual experiences with the device and find out whether we think it's the future of gaming or just the future of vomiting. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and please do subscribe to our channel. We've got some great content coming up in the future. Speaking of which, I'm going to leave you with this. Here's some footage of Joe playing Alone in the Rift and desperately trying not to be scared. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.
This looks like a cliff edge. This is a cliff edge, yeah? That's a cliff edge. Dude, this. What is this? Music? I don't know!
It's trying to kill you!
I don't know! I'm gonna have a heart attack. I can just see it coming.
Joe, just tell me where to go.
There's nowhere to go. Like, son of a bitch, I missed that.
That scared me.
I have a huge head that didn't fit properly.